Welcome back to Startup Street. Artificial intelligence security and risk management startup SydeLabs has raised $2.5 million in its seed round of funding to build solutions aimed at securing GenAI systems for enterprises. Now, the funding round was led by RTP Global and also saw participation from Picus Capital and marquee angel investor. To tell us how SydeLabs is helping enterprises mitigate cybersecurity attacks and abuse, joining me now is its co-founder, Ankita Kumari. Ankita, welcome to Startup Street. The adoption of generative AI has surely opened a new cybersecurity attack surface for those leveraging the technology, and SydeLabs claims that its AI security and risk management solutions address this concern. So, Ankita, tell us first, take us through your offerings. How are they helping mitigate cybersecurity attacks?
Absolutely. Firstly, thanks for having me here. So let's talk about SydeLabs. SydeLabs is a comprehensive AI security and risk management platform. Our current focus, however, is on two key problem areas, and hence we have two key solutions that we're currently focusing on. The first one is around the detection side of things, where we have a product called SydeBox, which is actually an automated AI red teaming tool, which scans vulnerabilities in AI applications and gives enterprises a comprehensive report of all the security and safety vulnerability that might be there in your application. So that's our first area of focus. Parallelly, we have a second solution, which is around the prevention side of things. This is called SydeGuard. It's an intent-based real-time AI firewall, which actually protects attacks and abuse in real time, which might be targeted at your AI applications.
Okay.
While this is the current suite of offering, we definitely intend to expand more to cover the entire risk spectrum for AI applications.
Okay. So, Ankita, tell us what kind of productivity boost do you provide to your clients? Is there a percentage that you can give us?
More than percentage, I'd like to give you a flavor of what kind of vulnerabilities we're preventing. So with the first product, for example, SydeBox, organizations can detect vulnerabilities in AI applications even before deploying them on production. Now, this saves them a lot of financial loss, which could have occurred had your application been out there with these vulnerabilities, or even protect their brand from any tarnishing which might happen when the application is out with any form of, say, safety vulnerability, security risk, etc. So that's one kind of protection which our products are giving. The second kind, which I already mentioned about, that preventing attacks and abuse in real time. Now here, if you see, when I talk about abuse, these are real dollars being saved for any enterprise. Right? Because AI compute and inferencing is a resource-intensive task.
Sure.
So our products help prevent abuse of your AI applications.
Ankita, we're also seeing a lot of deep fake emerging with the adoption of Gen AI systems, generation of undesirable content that can cause harm to a brand, loss of goodwill and further legal risk. So how are your solutions more efficient than the traditional approaches used for cybersecurity? If you could explain giving us a use case.
Absolutely. And as you rightly pointed out, there's a lot of, attack at the brand through toxic content or unsafe content that's coming out. And as I mentioned, our products actually scan for these kind of, responses coming out of your AI applications and either prevents them from reaching the outside customer or help you identify these early on so that you can fix them even before you release it in production, right? Just to give you an example of a recent incident which happened with Air Canada, where one of the customer chatbots ended up promising refund for a trip which was actually made. Now, this is a vulnerability which can cost dollars to enterprises.
Yes.
All these kinds of risks are mitigated with solutions.
All right. So this is how you're giving the confidence to your clients to deploy GenAI applications without having to worry about security and safety blind spots. But tell me, who's your target customer? Are they large enterprises or you're also catering to the MSMEs?
So our target customers are anybody who are meaningfully using AI to build applications. We're not size cognizant at this stage because any meaningful usage of AI in building applications, you are prone to these attacks and abuse, and hence our target customers span all sides.
Okay, let's now talk about your seed funding round. What are the fund allocation plans? How do you plan to use the money raised?
Yeah, so in the space that we are, which is AI security, we believe that you always need to stay ahead of the bad actors, which means more R&D day in, day out, more adaptations to the product, and your product needs to evolve every single day. That being said, we deploy a lot of resources in updating our threat intelligence database, and hence bulk of the resources or the funding would be directed in R&D and product development, I would say.
Okay. Ankita, you started operations last year. If you could take us through the current business growth numbers and also talk to us about your revenue growth targets for the future.
Sure. While we've started operations late in 2023, we're just 3 to 4 months old. And on 1st of March 2024, we launched our first product in beta, that's SydeBox. So I'll give you numbers from SydeBox. In this about 1 month of beta phase, we've helped about 15 plus enterprises scan their AI applications, and more than 50 plus applications. And using our product, we've detected more than 10,000 vulnerabilities across these 15 plus enterprises.
Okay. Okay, one final question before I let you go, Ankita. How much of a runway does this $2.5 million give you, before you have to consider another fundraise?
I wouldn't pinpoint to a time duration, but more to say we're comfortable for the medium-term horizon.
All right, okay. Ankita, many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today, and wish you the very best with all your growth plans.
Thank you so much. It was lovely being here.